everybody, I'm back this week to do an awesome special request episode. I have a really cool viewer from Australia, Pippy Pappy. I love your YouTube name. Sorry, I don't actually know what your name is, but we're going to be doing Anzac biscuits this week. Honestly, I didn't even know what it was until I did a lot of research. It's really good, what we Americans would call a cookie. But okay, we're going to start out with a big microwavable mug. We're going to put one whole stick of butter in there. Boop. Then we're going to get a tablespoon of golden syrup. Drizzle our syrup on top of that. Scoop that out. We're going to be microwaving this for 2 minutes. And while we put this in here, what we're also going to put in here, where did I set it, is a small measuring cup with half a cup water in. Because you need 2 tablespoons full of boiling water. So it's cool to microwave this at the same time. We're going to do that for 2 minutes. And when we take the syrup out, we're going to probably put the water back in for another minute. And we're going to add our baking soda then. But while we're waiting, we can do our big bowl here with a cup, 1 whole cup of flour. I'm not doing so good tonight, am I? Make sure you clean this off. I'll be right back. So if you drop something, either wash it or get a new one. But go ahead and get yourself 1 whole cup of flour. New bag, trying to get a nice even cup. Okay, so 1 cup of flour. Put that back. Get yourself 1 whole cup of oats. There you go, a cup of oats. Making sure I get everything here. A cup of sugar. Okay, there we go, a cup of sugar. And we need 3/4 a cup of flaked coconut. I'm using unsweetened because we have sugar and the golden syrup and everything in our recipe. So I went for unsweetened. You know, what you guys use is up to you. If you want to use sweetened, go ahead. But okay, 3/4 a cup. Just give that a little swirl. Maybe stir it with your measuring spoon or something that's not wet. And we're going to set it to the side then, because we're going to wait for our wet ingredients here. Okay. You'll probably see your butter and your golden syrup boiling up. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to take that out here in a minute. Okay, so go ahead and take that out and do your water for another minute because we want the water to be boiling. Give that a good stir. You'll see the butter and the syrup are melded together. Then you need, what did I say? A 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Go ahead and put that right into your butter and syrup. Give that a stir. That's stirred in. Okay, so after a minute here, you see our water starting to boil, but we're going to let it go the whole minute because we want it nice and boily. I guess that's a word, boily. But we're going to need 2 tablespoons full of that boiling water right into our butter, syrup, and baking soda. And then we're going to make a nice little well in the middle of our dry ingredients, pour it in, and start mixing it together. It's going to become very crumbly, you would say. Moist, but crumbly. Okay, so careful with your boiling water here. To get 1, 2 tablespoons of your boiling water, and just set the rest of the water to the side. You can dump it out when it's cool. See that it gets nice and foamy. Okay, we're going to bring our dry ingredients up here. I'm going to make a nice little well in the middle. Pour that right right on in and scoop the rest of it out. And you can just go ahead and start stirring that together. There's enough liquid in there to make it nice, moist, and crumbly. It might not form a solid dough right now, but what you guys are going to do is stir it until it's as combined as you can get it, so nice and crumbly. It might take just a minute or two. And then you're going to take your tablespoonful, and taking your tablespoon, you're going to scoop up a nice big heaping tablespoon. And you're going to make sure your hands are clean, because you're going to put that tablespoon right into your hand, form a ball with it, and being careful because it is still crumbly. You're going to, form it into a ball, and you're going to have a pan. I'll show you here in a minute. A pan that has some wax paper in, because you're going to put these balls of warm dough onto the wax paper. You're going to make 28 or so, 28 to 30, depending on how big you make them. And you're going to put it in the fridge for half an hour. Trust me, the dough needs to chill because that really makes it solid, so it's not going to flake all apart when you try to bake it. Because if you try to bake it now, it's just going to fall apart. Okay, you can see I've got mine nice and crumbly there. So you're going to need just a pan of some sort, and go ahead and put some wax paper in there. You can set your big measuring cup over to be cleaned up, and grab your tablespoon, and like I said, make sure your hands are clean, because you want to get a nice, like a heaping tablespoon, put it in your hand, and just form a ball, and you're just going to do that for the dough. And once you're done with that, you're just going to put it in the fridge for half an hour. I'm going to set this dough aside and go over and get the ones that I made earlier. You can see they're nice and solid by now. And we're going to get our ever-present awesome casserole dish that I've used before, upside down, right in the microwave. Go ahead and give the top of it a spritz with your cooking spray. You're going to take 4 of those Anzac biscuits that you've just made, 1 in each corner. And you're going to do this for 2.5 minutes at power level 7. 230, power level 7, and you're going to start that. And once they come out, once they're done, you're going to want to let them set a minute or two. And then you're going to scoop them out onto a nice cookie sheet. You can go ahead and use this one, or paper towels on your counter to cool. They might seem a little soft right now, but trust me, this is going to solid up the way you want it to. Firm up, make them a nice chewy cookie. You only want to do it at power level 7, because I tried doing it for 2.5 minutes at high power. You get a little bit of scorch in the middle, not the nice golden color that these will become. So, couple things. I already said thank you to my awesome viewer for this request. How amazing is my shirt? Of course, Karen Hallion designed this one. It's called Back for That Dance, because the doctor brought Kat back for that last dance with Peggy. I saw this shirt on Teefury, and I just had to get it. I bought 2 from Teefury that day, and maybe you'll see the other one next week. But I just loved it. So major shout out to Karen Hallion and Teefury for this one, because it's super comfortable. And honestly, I got this shirt just the other day. I've worn it maybe 1 or 2 places, and everywhere I go, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, where did you get that shirt? It's so cool." Everybody just loves the feels. And mega congratulations to my friends Daniel and Stu for getting married yesterday. Your wedding was amazing. It was gorgeous. I loved it. And you can see your cookies some of them might flatten out, some might stay a little puffy. It's all on how you roll the ball of dough. And if you have more dough to roll while you're waiting, well, you shouldn't, because you would have already done this already, but I have some dough to roll just because I started this and had some pre-made so you guys didn't have to wait half an hour, because wouldn't that be a boring episode? Next week, I think we're going to get into some more, since it's November now. Can you believe it's November now? And it's only like 8 o'clock and it is so dark out. I don't like the time change, but we're going to get into some more maybe Thanksgiving sort of themed recipes, because that's what I like to do in November. All about the themed episodes. They're just fun. But you can see this is what you'll be doing. But this, honestly, I'm not a big fan of coconut, but these coconut and oat cookies, or Anzac biscuits, are absolutely yum. See, they tend to want to flake a little bit until they get cool. So, okay, let me set this stuff to the side. I will finish it later. But I have a plate here that I'm going to scoop my biscuits onto. But we're going to let them set a minute, because right now they're really, really hot. And you're just going to scoot them onto your spatula and put them on your plate or paper towel to cool. See, they're looking very yummy. That one's spread out a good bit, but they might end up looking a little different from each other, but hey, that's the beauty of homemade yummies. Okay, so you will set these off to cool a little bit. How yummy are these? But okay, so we're going to set them off to the side to cool a little bit. We're going to look at one that we already made. That is really good. A little bit chewy on the outside. I got some crispy in the middle, because that's the golden syrup making it nice and caramely crispy. I got the caramelized sugar in there. It's amazing. That is really good. Oh, sorry. Make some hot chocolate while I was working. But you guys seriously need to try these. They are so good. And to my awesome viewer, I hope this is what you were looking for. I'm going to go finish making these. You guys go ahead and try them. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.